So, are you guys sick of me yet? What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's your favorite mask collector's favorite mask collector, AJ Good, here at the House of Masks, where we unbox and review and carry YouTube almost every single day. Man, I need an award and a back massage because these shoulders are starting to get sore from carrying YouTube every day this month. And I think that's a good segue into thanking our sponsor from this video, me. Alright, all jokes aside, we've been crushing it. I'm very, very happy with how this Halloween season has gone and is continuing to go. And I appreciate all of you guys being here. Now, if you're enjoying the content, do me a big favor right now and just drop a like on this video. And if you've really been enjoying the content and you appreciate how hard I'm working over here, then consider going over and signing up for Patreon. Stuff like that is what keeps the channel going. You like the events that I host? You like the giveaways that I do? You like the fact that you get to watch something from me on an extremely niche topic almost every single day? Then believe me when I say that your $5 a month would help tremendously, and you'll be getting extra stuff anyways. It's not just like you're giving me $5 out of your pocket. Do the thing. I'd appreciate it. Now, with that out of the way, we are continuing into the spooky season with more spooky content. Today, we get to show off a new mask that has entered my collection. Well, it's new to me. It's a very old mask. It's a mask that we absolutely love, one of my all-time favorites, and it has ties to probably the reason that you're here. Slipknot. Damn, if I release another Slipknot-related video tomorrow, that'll be 2 Slipknot videos in a row, and I'd say that that's a double nah. So yeah, dude, this mask entered my collection during the church warming party. I did not show it off because I actually sent it off to have some work done. So we've just got a bunch of stuff to cover in today's video about this exact mask. Definitely one of my all-time favorite mass-produced vintage Halloween masks. It ended up becoming one of my all-time favorite Slipknot masks. We got this sucker in great shape, and I had it foam filled. So there's like 4 layers of things to discuss when it comes to this piece that I'm about to show you guys. So, let me go ahead and introduce you guys to my newest Forums Novelties Evil Jester mask. Damn, that thing is in way too good a shape for as old and as fragile as these things are. What? Seriously, it is so superb that it just trips me out that stuff like this can even still exist anymore. So, real quick before I talk about this exact copy, I want to give you guys a little bit of history or backstory with my relationship with the Forums Novelties Evil Jester. My dad bought this mask when I was a kid, probably 4 or 5 years old. I remember the day that we went and got it. I remember him picking it off of the shelf. I remember going trick-or-treating while he was wearing this mask, and this was all before Jim Root started using it in Slipknot. Until Jim started using this mask in Slipknot, this was just another Halloween mask. And I don't know if it's just due to the nostalgia of this mask being around me during my childhood and then it becoming even more special with the fact that it was used with Slipknot, or if it really is just a great mask, but I love this thing. I think that the FN Evil Jester is one of the coolest mass-produced Halloween masks of the 90s and probably of all time. Every time I look at the sculpt on this thing, I'm just like, wow. Wow. Ray Hikes just absolutely destroyed it. The face is so evil, so smooth, so simple. Weird little things that kind of don't even make any sense end up being cool on this mask, like the chin point. What is that? Why is it there? Why does it work? The skull bursting through the jester's cap. So sick. The black and white collar. The simple but effective paint job. I just love this mask. I think that it's an amazing mask, and I think that it's very, very cool that it found its way into Slipknot, giving us some of the coolest Slipknot masks of all time. Rotting Ozfest Jester, anyone? So yeah, I've got a lot of reasons to love this mask, and I am always on the hunt for it, and when I put out feelers for getting another copy, my buddy Joshua Everett said, hey dude, I've got one that I would sell you, and I saw it and was like, yep, whatever you want, we've got to make this happen. I needed that copy, and this is that copy. I personally really have a soft spot for this style of the FN Jester. This is like the gloss finish. There were 2 very distinctive finishes back in the day. They had like a powdery matte finish, which I do have a couple of copies of over there in the background, and then there were these very glossy, almost kind of more contrasted finishes. So now I have 2 of the matte and 2 of the glossy ones. Again, I have another one back there. It is the one closest to us. That copy back there is probably my favorite copy out of all of them, but this one is definitely the most mint. Absolutely nothing wrong with this one, and I made a mistake with all of my other jesters up until this point by not getting them foam filled immediately. These masks are extremely notorious for rotting. I have had copies rot as far back as like 2009. And you guys obviously know that I take care of my masks, especially ones that are this rare or this old or this important. So there's really no rhyme or reason as to why certain copies rot. They just do. It's just kind of crazy to think about. Like, I have taken care of all of my FN jesters and I have had multiple copies rot on me, but somebody next week is going to pull a tote out of their detached garage that sits in the heat all year, every year for 20 years, and they're gonna find one of these things in a box that's just completely fine. Nothing wrong with it at all. So around the time that I got this copy from Josh, I was already having Bishop over at Paleface & Co. foam fill some copies for me, so I sent this one over with him right away. And Mike Covert actually did the foam job on this piece, and it is absolutely beautiful. You can see that he inserted the felt into the eyes there, so we've got some nice black eyes. You don't see the raw foam. You can also see that we have the foam down there on the flat area underneath the collar that Mike went ahead and paint matched and got kind of disguised in there. It just looks really, really nice. This is like a museum quality display. So shout out to Mike Covert. Not only is he the mask wizard at finding rare pieces and having all of the knowledge on every mask that's ever existed ever, but he is also quite the craftsman. He can do pretty much anything that you need done with a mask. So this guy should be safe and sound forever. He will most likely outlive me, and I would say that all of the other copies that Mike and Bishop knocked out should be good to go as well. I did my best to get them all caught up before they really started to go, and I think that we did so because all of the copies back there are beautiful, and if that is something that you guys would like a video on in the future, then I can definitely get around to doing that. I can show off all of those copies, and maybe if we're lucky, I can score another copy and take it out to Paleface & Co. and have it foam filled on camera for a video and just kind of tie in the whole foam filling process. So yeah, dude, there is the story of my newest Jester acquisition, alongside a couple of stories as to why the Jester is so special to me and how it's rooted in Halloween to kind of tie it into this Halloween season. We can mention Slipknot in this video, but this mask is so much more than Slipknot that I really wanted to kind of shine a light on how valuable I find this mask just in terms of Halloween. I think that the original design is an absolutely perfect design, and it screams 90s Halloween to me. And outside of the fact that I'm biased because I have a history with this piece from my childhood that kind of leads you to like a nostalgia trip, I just think that this mask deserves some credit. So I've got a new copy here. Super, super stoked to have it. Shout out to Joshua Everett for selling me this piece, and shout out to Mike Covert for saving this piece before it needed saved. And yeah, I don't really know what else to say. Just wanted to document this piece coming into my collection, show it off to you guys, and talk a little bit about the majesty that is the Forums Novelties Evil Jester. Now, I hope that you guys have enjoyed this video. Thank you very, very much for being here and for supporting the House of Masks however it is you choose to do so. Please keep Patreon in mind. Again, it would just help the channel and help you as well. Make sure that you are subscribed. YouTube just be constantly unsubscribing people from my channel, and we don't need that right now. We're getting really close to 200K, and I would love to hit that by the end of the year. Maybe that could be my reward for just absolutely dominating the Halloween season here on YouTube. So yeah, dude, make sure that you're subscribed. Maybe have a friend subscribe. Let me know your thoughts on the Forums Novelties Evil Jester. Do you love it? Do you hate it? Is there another mask that is just a little more Halloween-y from your childhood that you would pick over the FN Jester? Let me know down in the comments, and I will meet you there for a general discussion, and that will be that for this video. Now, obviously, I am going to end this video by giving you guys some nice up-close shots of this piece. That way, you guys can see all of the beautiful vintage Halloween detail, and that will be that. So, until next time, this has been AJ Good here at the House of Masks, telling you to say no to drugs and alcohol, and yes to vintage Halloween, and we will see you guys in the next one.